Batman is my favoritist ever superhero in the world ever of all time. He's the best, and if you even consider arguing this point with me, I will put a batarang up your dick. He's a detective, he's psychologically complex, and he's a human embodiment of the American dream, i.e. using his vast wealth to punish the poor and the mentally ill. Just kidding, I would fight for Batman, I would die for Batman, I would kill for Batman. Although thinking about it, that last one would probably make him really cross. The Long Halloween, Batman the Animated Series, The Dark Knight Returns, his Rogues Gallery, his awesome video games, he's just the best, and I'm putting together a Kickstarter to make Batman my dad. Please donate. I'm Plumpy from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 things DC want you to forget about Batman. Number 10, those terrible costumes. Aye, kids, some good stuff happened in the 50s and 60s, but it was also the mecca of goofy bollocks shit. The goofiest of said shit bollocks is the bollocks Batman suits that B-Man was forced to wear as the writers used a random word generator and then the word suit to create an entire Burning Man's worth of silly tat, such as the zebra suit, the rainbow suit, the rabbit armor suit only worn by Commissioner Gordon, but shut up, and of course, this silver monstrosity worn by Clooney at the end of Batman and Robin. What the is that now? Number 9, those terrible villains. Batman has the best rogues gallery in comics, but no, seriously, who even else comes close? Penguin, Scarecrow, Bane, Ra's al Ghul, Two-Face, Riddler, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, the fucking Joker. But it's not all perfection, as Batman has sullied his legacy by facing dudes like Crazy Quilt, whose only power is clashing, the Penny Plunderer, whose whole deal is stealing pennies and using them to hit people, Polka Dot Man, I mean Jesus bonkers Christ, Kite Man, can I stop now, the Baffler, who your grandmother got you for Christmas after you specifically asked for the Riddler, Zebra Man, no, we just did a zebra thing, come on! Number 8, Batman Odyssey. So in the 50s and 60s, Batsy went through this colourful cuckoo stage of japes and silliness. That all changed in the 70s when Neil Adams got his hands on the Caped Crusader and turned him into a brooding gothic figure. Once again, bravo Neil. Then in 2010, Adams returned to Batman Comics with Batman Odyssey, and Neil, what the happened, mate? The story is a shitstorm of psychedelic confusion narrated by a nude, uncomfortably hairy, and uncomfortably always looking at you Bruce Wayne, who tells a moonshine-induced story of Batman using guns in a crowded train, Batman riding giant bats, Batman shouting that the Riddler needs killing. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Number 7, being addicted to steroids. So we all know what Venom is, right? No, not him. He's brilliant. Venom in the DC universe was the green slurm that Bane put into, well, I guess his head to make him big and rough and ever so tough. It's the most nakedly transparent analogy of performance-enhancing drugs you've ever seen, and things only got more after school and special when Batman himself got hopped up on the juice. Batman uses Venom to give him an edge in the crime-fighting Olympics, but soon gets addicted, has wild mood swings before finally needing to be locked in the cave for a month to go cold turkey. Number 6, Bat Baby. When Batman runs afoul of a scientist called Garth, Garth hits Batman with a laser and turns him into a 4-year-old. A 4-year-old with the adult mind of Batman inside of him. Also, for some unknown reason, Bat Baby retains his adult strength and his ability to batter criminals by jumping into them at top baby speed, and also somehow by running over them with a hobby horse. Is this real life? Number 5, Bob Kane was a jerk. Let's get real for a moment. There's lots of ridiculous stuff in Batman's long canon tee-hee dick joke, but perhaps one of the biggest stains on Batman's legacy is that its creator Bob Kane was a bit of a tool. For starters, he lived his entire life content to take sole credit for creating Batman, despite The Dark Knight being co-created by Bill Finger. Finger suggested the cowl, the cape, the color scheme. He wrote the first few arcs, including the whole dead parents thing. He even came up with the name Bruce Wayne. Bill Finger contributed nearly every single thing that made Batman look like a totes iconic badass, and Kane never once let DC give him byline credit until years after Finger died. Number 4, initially, he was a ripoff. Ever heard of the Phantom or the Shadow? Because Bob Kane and Bill Finger sure as hell did. The Phantom was a purple-clad, big penis lookalike who may not have reached Batman or Superman levels of notoriety, but he was around first. He was the first hero to wear skin-tight lycra, and Finger even went on record to say that his costume suggestions for Batman were based directly off the Phantom. The similarities with the Shadow are even more pervasive though. Shadow was a dark anti-hero who dressed in black to blend into, well, the shadows, and used fear to battle both street crime and silly big supervillains. The influence of the Shadow is so great that years later, Batman and the Shadow met in a crossover and shook hands. Number 3, the goddamn Batman. Frank Miller manages the singular task of making wonderful hero Batman into the single most objectionable cunt in the known world. A swaggering macho bro who berates a grieving boy for being retarded and bragging that he's the goddamn Batman. He slaps Alfred for feeding Dick Grayson burgers instead of rats. He knocks around Green Lantern for no real reason and mounts Black Canary after setting some people on fire and killing them. dark all-star Batman. Number 2, he wet himself. Say what you want about Kevin Smith, the dude's nerd credentials check out, right? So with his wry scripting and respect for the form, he'd be the perfect guy to handle Batman, right? Oh my god, wrong! While Cacophony was actually a pretty good story, its follow-up, The Widening Gaia, no. Not only does Batman get high and at one point knock around a lady, Smith also takes the liberty of adding context to a classic scene from Batman Year One. In that pre-Crazy Times Frank Miller story, Batman knocks down a wall with explosives. In The Widening Gaia, Batman confides in someone that the heat blast from that explosion made him wet himself. And number 1, all those people he killed. So Batman's thing is not killing people. He's sort of anal about it. Of course, in the first few issues, Batman killed loads of people. He's punched a dude into a vat of acid, hanged a dude from his Batplane, broke a dude's neck on a window frame, like the entirety of Batman vs. Superman. Batman is the best superhero ever created. But Jesus Christ, he's done some heinous things in his day. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Plumpy from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.